So the Kings switch this handoff. It's late. Stop. Keegan Murray, first of all, has got to get underneath on the switch immediately. And Domantas Sabonis has got to get up. And then we're forcing Jalen Green into help right here. I don't think Domantas Sabonis can stay in front of Jalen Green. But, I mean, this is just terrible. Stop leaning towards screens. You're going to switch this screen anyways. It's wing to wing. So Keegan Murray leans towards a screen. So now Van Vliet refuses it, gets in the lane, draw help, open three. This is just atrocious transition defense right here. Davion Mitchell is not getting to Jabari Smith right here, okay? So you need to sprint over to Dillon Brooks so that when Harrison Barnes steps up, we have somebody taking Van Vliet. But Davion Mitchell's just getting back to the absolute middle of nowhere. So now Dillon Brooks is going to be wide open. That forces Herter to have to come over now to Dillon Brooks. Van Vliet's left wide open for three. So he misses the three, but can we box out? Could Harrison Barnes please go and box out? Okay, I guess we're not doing that either. Kevin Herter right here. The second Dillon Brooks starts to enter the paint, I got to start battling for position and jamming him. Look at Kevin Herter right here. Stop. I got to get up and initiate contact and start battling, or you're just going to end up getting sealed like that. If you're Harrison Barnes, you're not going for the offensive. Officially, you don't want to stand underneath the baseline anyways. I'm either going for this offensive rebound or I'm starting to get back. Now, like you stand, stare, watch. Well, this is now a 4-on-3. Why? Don't give up the lane. Keegan Murray needs to get underneath on the switch. Sabonis is up taking Van Vliet. We're going to force him right into it. We have nothing but help on this side of the floor. Instead, you just give Van Vliet the lane. I mean, what a joke. Can't backpedal in transition if you're Keegan Murray. I got to get up here. Harrison Barnes does a great job of getting back and helping. So I got to get up and make sure he has to come into this help. Like, you're just backpedaling. He never has to come into help until he's already in the paint. Why is Colby Jones leaning towards this screen? It's guard to guard. This is a switch anyways. You lean towards the screen, so now Van Vliet's going to refuse the screen, go this way, and now you're not going to be able to switch on to Sengun, and we're giving up open threes. Stop giving up 2-on-1s. Just switch. Malik Monk is fine taking Sengun. Herter's all the way over here in the gaps. Nah, let's give up a 2-on-1. I mean, I'm shocking they scored there. The Kings are in a zone. Malik Monk has got to guard his area of the zone. Sengun is in his area of the zone. What are you doing? This pass cannot get made. So now we're stuck. Now Sabonis has to step up, and two Kings players are guarding one. So now it's the defense going to be scrambling. Swing to Van Vliet, pump fake, get in the lane, draw help. Jae'Sean Tate 3. Why is this not a switch? It's big to big anyways. Look at this. You just give Jabari Smith the lane here. You give him the lane. That is absolutely pathetic. And it's coaching, which is trash. I mean, it's the same thing. What do the Kings do in practice? Like, who coaches this team? It's big to big. Just switch it. This is an easy switch. What? Wow. Let's count the mistakes. First of all, if Malik Monk's going under the screen, he has to fully commit to going under. You can't be making contact with the screener, or now Fred Van Vliet's going to the other side ahead of you. Stop. Davion Mitchell's got to get over here in the gaps. In a defensive stance, his feet set. I can stunt, I can recover. None of those things happen. Layup line. Malik Monk is late getting over here in transition to take Dillon Brooks. Now, Chris Duarte, he needs to get us back to the baseline, but he's in help. Okay, and Harrison Barnes has got to sprint underneath and get in the gaps here too. I don't know what he's waiting for. Okay, but if you're Malik Monk right here, okay, I'm getting up, I'm forcing Dillon Brooks into this help right here. Duarte needs to get over a little bit more. If his feet are set, he'll be fine. But Malik Monk's not up forcing Dillon Brooks anywhere, and now there's... And why is this not a switch? JaVale McGee's fine. You have help right here. And if Duarte gets underneath, there's help here. There's help everywhere. But instead, you're doing what? You drop, so you got two people going to the ball. Saying, what is this Kings thing they do? You go again. So instead of switching, Davion Mitchell's fine taking Sengun. We're going to have help in the gaps. And then Davion Mitchell's going to be we have help here too. So instead, you're running drop coverage. So now Sengun's role is going to be wide open. So now Harrison Barnes, Harrison Barnes has to step up here. Well, whoopsie daisies. Now the corner's wide open. This is unbelievable. Keegan Murray, you want to force Van Vliet to where you have help. There's nothing but bodies here. There's no place to go. Why are you getting up? Force him this way. Now he spins off you. Now the defense has to collapse. Herder's got to come up and help. Harrison Barnes has to rotate, and that just leaves Jabari Smith. And you're Colby Jones. It's the same thing. We're forcing Van Vliet to where we have help. There's nothing but help this way. Colby, look at Colby. Stop. I'm up, forcing into help. Instead, you're up and gambling. So now Van Vliet cooks you to the rim for 2. Keegan Murray does not need to be in the paint here. Your gap help's coming from right here, and it's there. Now, this is, of course, a terrible switch because of the Kings. They do nothing right. But Keegan Murray, stop. The gap help's right here, okay? The dribble's getting picked up. There's no reason for Keegan Murray to be in the paint. Start to get out. The dribble's picked up. What are you doing? This is pathetic. This is off a missed free throw. You're Domantas Sabonis. You got to get low here, okay, and get inside position. I'm getting low and getting inside position. So you're going straight up right here as opposed to getting low and using the lower half of your body to drive Sengun out. Like, Sengun's boxing you out. So it's an easy tap back. Rockets get it again. Let's count the mistakes. First of all, if you're Davion Mitchell and you're going underneath this screen, you can't be trying to go over the screen first like he's doing, because now you're going to get on the other side about an hour late. Now, Chris Duarte also can't be guarding above the three-point line and doesn't have his back to the baseline, because I got to be in the gaps. So none of these things happen. That's how this is a layup line, which it's been all night. Evan Herder, first of all, he's got to drop anyways, okay? And then you got to double here, okay? Like, Dylan Brooks is too deep in the post right here. I'm coming to double. These are easy rotation. Davion Mitchell's here, boom, boom, all right? And this is ridiculous. Just don't change your scheme ever. Switch. Davion Mitchell underneath. We have gap help here. We can certainly force Jalen Green here into all sorts of help. Instead, you give up 2-on-1s. So Sengun's catching this ball in the paint. It's not fair to Sabonis to have to guard like that. Brown is a complete disaster. Switch. Please switch. Look at the Kings ball screen defense here. Look at that. That is remarkable to watch. So you finally do switch, but the switch, you got to get underneath on the switch. And Sabonis has got to get up, and then you're forcing Jalen Green into help right here. Instead, you give Jalen Green the lane because your switch couldn't be worse, and now that collapses everybody. Now the Kings trap. Well, shocking they don't do that right either. Keegan Murray's got to get up here. You can't let this pass to Sengun get made. You're not worried about 2 passes away on a trap. But once Sengun catches this ball because no one rotates, everyone's 1 pass away. And now another horrible Kings trap. Just horrible. I mean, Mike Brown is, again, why is Harrison Barnes up? You can't let these passes, once you allow these passes, look at how easy this pass is out of this trap. Once that happens, you just instantly gave up numbers.